Let's try 'em. Hey, there, we're live. I think I might have more light now, guys. How about that? Um, I went and got my kiddo, and I'm back home now. I realize at this angle you can see even how much messier my garage is. God, this thing is a mess. That's going to be a weekend project. I think I've let this thing get out of control a little bit. I was going to do a thrift haul, but then I thought, you know what, we did the live thing once already. I might as well just, rather than cut together a whole video, I might as well just do a live thrift haul. Why not? Then I can post it to the channel. I don't have to go through the editing, and I save myself some time. So we're going to go through a little bit of a thrift haul. I don't necessarily have comps on all these. Maybe we could. How much time is left? I got 55%. I could probably do some live comping too. A lot of this stuff I got just based on, you know what? I think that's probably something that's worth some money. So I can, while we wait and see if anybody shows up. Hey, Farmer Mark's in here. Mark, I went to Good Sam today. I'm gonna go through some of the stuff we got. But first, I might as well, while we're waiting, see if a couple more people show up. We had, I think, 12 people in here earlier today, so that was cool. I sold a couple things in the last hour since I left. Wonder Woman, hey, how are you? Thanks for jumping in here. This is just kind of a informal pop-up live thing now that I figured out how to do the live thing. A couple things that we sold here this afternoon since I dropped mail off. This thing, the space pen. Mark, you missed these. These were at that estate sale. There wasn't a whole lot there. There's the stuff in the garage. I think you picked up like some hinges and stuff like that. There were 3 of these sitting on the table. 2 of them in blue and one of them's in white. The one in white is I'm gonna put that up at auction here. Yeah, Cajun, I'm live again. I was saying, you know what? I was gonna make a video for a thrift haul, and I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna do it live. We'll just unbox the stuff, and then I can put the stuff. I can put the video right on there. So spent $200 a day at Goodwill. Good grief, Mark! You realize that it's half off day at Good Sam, though. I spent 109 at Good Sam is what we spent. So yeah, here's the space pen. Picked up 3 of these at an estate sale for $1 a piece. The last one sold. I put them at auction just to see what would happen. Starting at $9.99, sold one of them for, I think, all in it was like $25 last week. I didn't realize it was going to go for that much, honestly. If I'd have put them up on their own, just a list, I might have put them up for $9.99 plus shipping. So that one went 25. This one went 20. What did this one sell at today? I don't want to lie to you. This one sold for $15 plus shipping. So it was like with tax and everything for them, because it's going to Texas, like $21. Half off for. I got some good stuff, Mark. I think we'll see. I'll show you. I'll show you what I got, and we'll see if it's any good. There was a lot of people there today, though. Didn't see a lot of resellers, and didn't see our buddy there. So I don't know. It was weird. I didn't see a lot of other resellers in there. Saw a couple. So yeah, keep an eye out for space pins. These things, they picked up watchers right away and didn't sell for a lot, but it's sold. I'm 2 for 2, and I've got a third one. I put the pictures up because it's a different one. It's got a white background. I automated that. I'm going to pay 10 cents for the thing. So I automated that. That's going to go up at 5:30. So that's out the door. And then these things, I got these things off of, it's not Wish, but it's basically Wish, right? Pickable gift. I think it's the knockoff Yodas, and I had no idea what I was going to get. So I ordered a handful just to see. It took about 4 months to get here. It took forever. I actually got my money back because it was supposed to be here inside of like 3 weeks and didn't show. We thought it was lost. The tracking, they never even uploaded. They gave me a tracking number and that was it. And it never even showed that it was put together, that it sent anything. So I actually went through PayPal and got my money back because they were supposed to be here before Christmas. And I didn't think they would sell, but I gave it a shot. I only got a couple of them. And this little guy, he looks like Yoda, right? So yeah, it actually sold. I put it up for $18.99. Somebody in Texas just bought it. So we're gonna send Baby Yoda out. I'll box those up later, but that's what sold. I actually got, if Bluegrass Picker shows up here at some point, I'm starting to do, or starting to learn about buying breaks, team breaks from online auctions for cards. Sometimes you get relic cards, which means you get like patches of uniform or of a bat or basketball, whatever it is. And then other times you get just the cards. It's a roll of the dice. You really don't know. This was my first one. I haven't opened it yet. And my first one, I didn't do well. It was only on one box, and I've since learned, we're going to open this. I've since learned you need to do half a case, which is 6 boxes, or a full case, which is the 12. You get way more for your money there. But like anything else in this business, you pay to learn, right? So I didn't get much here. I wasn't a ton in on this auction, but let's see what we got here. This is from Hitmasters. If you're into running into the sports card stuff, they do a good job. I just only got a couple in this particular auction. We got Terrence Mann. That might, let's see. No, you put them all in a top loader. So let me see here. There we go. Okay. So from the Clippers, we got Terrence Mann. There we go. Got a little refractor card there. That's kind of cool. So that is a rookie card. So that's good. So if Terrence Mann turns out anything with the Clips, we got that. We got Eric Bledsoe with the Bucks, and we got Harrell with the Clips. That's it. Luckily, I was pretty much in for just the shipping, hardly in for anything on those, which is good. But now I've learned. I mean, I got one rookie card out of the deal, and I've learned that I need to do more. I need to get in the ones that aren't just one box, because the odds are pretty slim. So those are probably nothing. But let's get into a thrift haul. Yeah, we're dropping off people. Nobody even wants one. Mark and Cajun, I bet you guys are the only guys left. That's okay. I already did one of these, and we had like 12 people in at one point, so that was cool. So let's get rid of that. Let's go through the stuff that we picked up today. I'm not sure how much of this stuff, and it's in, like, I got 2 garbage bags. That's the kind of place. You get reusable bags. If you get too much clothes, you get garbage bags. I only got hard goods today, actually. So, soft goods. I only got clothes today. So let's see what we got here. The first thing, this is actually pretty cool. I've never seen one before, but I've never actually looked. I picked it out because of the logo. Initially, you can see that there. That's the Ariat logo. I don't know if you can see that. I'm still working on the lighting out here in the garage. This is an Ariat pearl snap button down. So it's really cool. The color's probably not showing super well, but it's a paisley, kind of like it's a purple, and cool pearl snap buttons on there. So I think this is probably, I don't know, Mark would know, because Mark knows clothes like nobody else. It's a large, so it's a decent size. I think this is probably a $30 shirt, I think. Got this for, it was $8, half off, got it for $4. So Ariat is a good brand. I mentioned it before. This has a cool pocket on it too. It's got this different shaped pocket, which is, I thought it was neat. So we'll see. It doesn't have any kind of Ariat spell out. Hey, there's Bluegrass Picker. Yeah, I know. I added a little, I got one of these little lights that we added out here. It's not great. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out what to do out here. Yeah, I was just talking Bluegrass. That first break that I tried, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure out what to get, what not to get, and got 3 cards out of the deal. But we did get a rookie card. We got Terrence Mann from the Clippers. So we did get one rookie card out of there. That's really the only decent thing that we got out of that. I've got some others coming that I got, like I was telling you, I got the Tampa Bay Rays, and it was 6 boxes. So we got quite a few coming in that one. But yeah, Ariat. Keep an eye out for Ariat. I think this is probably about a $30 shirt. So that's not bad. We're just going to set them down there. And you know when you find one shirt and you think, you know what, if there's one of these, there might be others. That's what I was doing today. I found one, and we're gonna hang on to this one. I found one and thought, you know what, I'm gonna keep looking. There might be others. And then they kind of ran out, and I thought, okay, I found them all. I kept looking just because. Mark 25 to 30. See, there you go. Mark knows all about clothes. Mark, I found a Harley. I got a Harley haul. None of these are like the old vintage shirts, which is a bummer. It's not like they're 3Ds or anything, but I think they're probably, without looking them up, they're probably solid $15 plus shipping. I mean, you can sell. I've been selling Harley shirts pretty well the last little bit. I picked up some, and I think $15 plus shipping is just a good standard Harley shirt price. These are tagged. All of them were tagged $8. Where are we? There we are. They're all tagged $8. 2.4. So they actually are 2.6. It's either 2.4 or 2.6, but either way, they just came in and they're tagged $8. So I got them half off for $4. This one is pretty cool. Harley, it's got like this cool blue green look to it, and the back of this one is Chester's Grand Teton Harley Davidson in Idaho Falls, Idaho. So there's the back of it, but the front is a pretty cool blue and green. And this is a size 3X, which is awesome. So that's going to sell well, I think. So we got that Harley. We got Harley Deadwood. So Deadwood, South Dakota. It's got a cool, this one's 2011. I'm not sure what that other one is. This one's 2011. This one, I think, also a 3X. Yeah, this one also 3X. Probably the same guy brought all of these in, right? So we got a 3X on this one for Deadwood, and a cool graphic on the back, just the bike sitting in the bar, which is super cool. At least I thought that was a cool graphic. So it's got some fading, but not bad. I think that one, and the good thing is, if some of these don't sell, I can lock them together, right? Because they're all Harley. This is the most boring of the bunch, but I grabbed it anyway. I might pair this with another one. This one says 2.5, so that's when this one came in. Maybe this is just an XL. Just kind of basic, right? But I kind of liked the idea of the basic, just the understated thing on the front. The back, this one's from Butte, America. Butte, just down the road, about an hour. So we got Butte, Montana, Copper Canyon, Harley Davidson. So this one, we'll see. Again, I bet I could put it even 15 free shipping. We're going to make a couple bucks, and it's a good store filler. So there's another Harley. But wait, there's more. It just keeps going, guys. And I just filled up my cart with Harley. This one is an XL, so maybe we'll pair that. So pretty cool. It's a tie-dye, obviously pattern, and really good shape. This one from 2007. This looks like it wasn't worn. I mean, you can look at the graphics. There's no wear on any of this. I think this one just hung in a closet. This one is from Sturgis, South Dakota, 2007 Sturgis. So that one, pretty cool. Again, that one, well, the tie-dye might make it worth more. And Sturgis, I have a hard time selling Sturgis stuff. Just Sturgis itself, but that one's Sturgis and Harley and tie-dye. So we'll see. Got another one. This one on the front, it just spells it out, which is kind of cool. And then on the back, it's Golden Spike Harley Davidson from Ogden, Utah. That's where they drove the Golden Spike to connect the railroads on either side of the country. So that's kind of different, I thought, to have the train on there and the Golden Spike. There's actually no Harley on here. But if you look in the cloud of the locomotive there's skulls, which is awesome. So, hey, James, what's going on, brother? We're just doing a little bit of a live thrift haul. Rather than me putting together a video, I'm just going to do it live. We're going to sort through this stuff. I figured out the live thing. So, yeah. So on the front, it's just straight up Harley Davidson motorcycles, which is cool. And on the back, it doesn't actually have a Harley, but it's neat. So from Ogden, Utah. And again, this one What size is this one? This is a 2X. So we got a whole combination. We've got X, 2X, and 3X. James, you'll have to look back. I actually showed about 3 or 4 of them already, but we've got more. You haven't missed out on all the Harleys. I found a whole pile of Harley shirts today. Got them all half off, so all for $4, which is more than I typically pay for a shirt, but I can get all the Harleys all at once. It's a great store filler. I've been selling some lately, so I think people are looking in my store. I picked up a couple of people watching my store, so maybe they're looking for Harley, but they have good graphics. No, it wasn't Goodwill. We have a local thrift store called Good Samaritan Ministries. I think Good Samaritan Ministries thrift store, just called Good Sam. They're typically a little bit overpriced, but the first Friday, Saturday, Sunday block that's all in one calendar month, everything's half off. So that's when I go. Yeah, $4 isn't bad, James. Like typically at Goodwill, they jack them up. You're paying $6, $7, $8 a shirt if they like them. So I'm good. I mean, it normally would have been $8, and I would have thought about it on some of these, but for $4, it was cool. I just found them in the middle of a rack, and there was a whole string of them. When I found one, there's another, and then I kept digging for a while, and then I found a couple others scattered throughout. So I just went down the entire rack. This one is super cool. It's got the skull. There we go. Got the skull graphic on there and the hand. I thought it was really cool. It's faded, but on this, I actually like the fade a little bit. I think it works. Harry, what's going on, man? I don't know if I know you. Are you new to the channel? That's awesome. Thanks for stopping in. This one is a size. It's on a Bravado tag. This one actually might be older. It's got a different tag. This is a 3X. So yeah, we got the skull on the front, the USA flag. This one also is from Butte. Nope, it's 2017. I thought it might have been older, but it's not. But still, it's a super cool graphic, and it's got the Butte, Montana thing on there. Yeah, all these, James. The first couple were 3X, which is awesome, and then we had an XL, and then this one's back to the 3s. So they say for a bit. Well, yeah, you're right, James. They do sell, and I picked up some in the latest bulk buy that I did. I picked up 3 or 4, and I sold I think 2 of them already. So I was excited to find them. They're good filler. I like that. Let me reach down here. You saw this one. So we got that one. We'll do a recap for James. Okay, so this is a 3X. This one, Idaho Falls, Idaho, which is awesome. And it's just got the logo on the back, but I like that. And then the tie-dye is sweet. This is just an XL, but I loved the graphic. This is a Sturgis from 2007. So we got that one. This is a fairly plain, but there's probably somebody out there that wants the fairly plain Harley shirt. So I picked it up too. It's just the understated emblem on the front, and then it's from Butte on the back. That's just an XL. And then I like this one. It's from Deadwood, South Dakota, and it's just got the bike sitting in the bar, which is neat. So those are the ones that we got so far. Bluegrass and Cajun. Yeah, these are super. I'm going to show that one last because that's my favorite one. But I think I still got more. That's not a Harley. These got all mixed up in here. Here's one. This is a Harley. I think I might be down to the last couple. This is a super V-neck. This is a size. What size is this one? I don't see it on here, actually. Yes, it is. And it's made in USA, which is awesome. It's a 2X. Where are we at? There we are. So super deep V-neck, but pretty cool. I'm trying to figure out. There we go. So it's just Harley Davidson motorcycles on the front, but a cool red with some white. It's almost heathered, but it's got wings on there. This is from 2014. And then Big Sky on the back. Big Sky Harley Davidson from Crest Falls, or Great Crest Falls. I was like, where is Crest Falls? Great Falls, Montana, just down the road. Again, another like an hour the other way. So Yeah, I think it is. Well, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't say women's, and it's pretty big. So I think it is a men's V-neck. I think it is men's, but just a deep V-neck. It's kind of, and it's not stretched out. I mean, it's actually designed that way. So I don't know. I'll measure it and put measurements in there. Jennifer, I thought so too when I grabbed it, but this looks bigger than a woman's 2X. This looks like a man's 2X. I got to measure it. I'm not sure, but I thought it was too cool to leave behind. That might be my last one. There might be another Harley. Oh no, we got more. We got more. Um, okay, here's the front of this one. It's ride, refuel, repeat. This from 2017. So this is a newer one. This is probably the color's not showing up great, but it's like a neon yellow or green. And then on the back, the graphic was too cool. This again from Butte. So I really like that graphic from Butte, Montana. And it's got the green because there's a lot of Irish history and mining in Butte. So it's got a little bit, it's got the shamrock. Where is that? Yeah, it's got the shamrock up there. And it's got a little bit of a green tint to it. So this one's super cool. Old school picker, how are you, man? Yeah, I came back. I figured I was going to do a thrift haul video, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it live. So we're just doing it live. Oh, we got another one. This one, not a t-shirt. I took a shot on this one. There's a little bit of wear on the collar, but not bad. Like there's a little spot there where it's wearing, but cool denim shirt. Where is it? It's not on that side. Is it? Nope, it's on this side. So this is it's Maverick Harley Davidson in Charlotte, Cheyenne, Wyoming. It's just like a gold embroidery on the front there. And then on the back, it's got the Harley embroidered on the back, which is pretty sick. So I grabbed that too. I've never grabbed a denim Harley before, but I thought, why not? And this is a side. There's an F written in there, which is weird. And this store doesn't typically mark like that on the clothes. So I don't know where that came from. I guess I don't think that matters. Doesn't show through. Obviously disclose it, but size large. And yeah, so that one, this was $10. Got it half off, got it for $5. So pretty cool Harley denim. I think the last Harley shirt, we're checking boxes here. This one is Harley. It's 3X and it's Looney Tunes. So pretty cool. This is the front with Foghorn Leghorn riding. How cool is that? I think that's pretty sweet. So we got Foghorn Leghorn, and then on the back we got the gang. So we got We got Taz, Wiley, and Bugs all hanging there. This is the Harley. Let's see. It says High Desert Harley Davidson from Boise, Idaho. So this one's pretty cool. Again, this one's a 3X. So I do have the one XL. James, if you wanted it, I would certainly send that your way. Just that gray one. It's not quite as exciting. This one actually I saw, and I have to inspect these to make sure we don't have any flaws on them anywhere. I actually saw somewhere on this one, I think it was on the front. Somewhere there was a couple of little holes on this one, but I got it anyway because they were real small and they were near the bottom. I think it was this one. But Harley Looney Tunes. I mean, I had to grab that. That was too cool. So somebody's going to want that one. So that's our Harley haul. That's the Harley portion, I think. I actually left a couple just because of condition. I found some stains on it that they were just basic anyway, but I found the stains that I'm like, you know what, that's going to make it sit. So there were actually more there, and there's some women's there that I left. Women's Harley tends, I've noticed, at least for me, to be slower unless it's like super over the top. And these were just basic. So I left them. This one, I'm not positive about. Patagonia sells well for me, but this is not a Patagonia like a spell out. It's not on there. And I know people that wear Patagonia want to be able to advertise they're wearing Patagonia, right? That's why they buy them. But It's pretty cool. It's got all the outdoor sports stuff on there. This was tagged $5, so for 250, I had to grab that. It actually says Patagonia on the snowboard, real small. So I don't know. I mean, it doesn't have the Patagonia tag on it like is typical or a spell out, but it was a cool shirt. And for 250, this is a men's. It's doesn't have a tag. It's the on the shirt tag, men's slim fit XL. So it's still a good size. So I think that'll be good. Patagonia for $2.50. Um, this one, I actually these don't necessarily have good comps. Nike rain jackets. This is a women's rain jacket, but most of them that I saw on a quick look are just really basic. It's one color or a couple color blocks. This one, I didn't see any like this on a glance. So it's got like this floral pattern on the top, which I thought was really cool. It's just a very light, like a golf rain jacket or rain jacket. It's got the hood, which is nice. In amazing shape. Like there's no dings or anything on the pull tab or anything like that. So this is Nike. It's a 2X, so good size in women's rain jacket. So we'll see. I don't know. I might hang on to this one for a while, but I thought it was cool. It was it's tagged $8, half off, so we got it for 4. I don't know what you guys think. Was this? I don't know. I almost left it. I know comps on a rain jacket, and they sell, but they don't sell super high. But I thought the pattern was pretty neat, so I picked it up. I still got more. I got a lot of clothes. That's all I got, actually, was clothes. I actually did see a pickle keeper, which I've sold 3 of those. It's a Tupperware pickle keeper, and I saw it and instantly knew what it was. I've sold 3 of them. I almost got it just so I could sell a 4th pickle keeper. But they wanted, it was $4, so it would have been 2. And the value is not there. They sell actually pretty well if you sell them about $12-ish, free shipping. But at that point, I'd be making like $1, and just it wasn't worth it. This is not big money, but I think it's probably, I don't know. Again, Mark knows. It's probably a $20 vest. I think I got it for 4, so probably 20 plus shipping. I think this is an LL Bean men's large regular, made in Latvia of British spun yarns. So there's a combination. Just an LL Bean pullover vest. So just a basic dark blue LL Bean vest. So grabbed that. Jennifer, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. I don't know if I know you either. We're picking up a couple new people. It's cool to have people stopping by. This is a brand new channel, but we're getting better. And now we're dipping into the lives. This one, I think one of my either my wife or my daughter might end up keeping. I haven't shown them yet. I don't think it's super valuable, but tagged $8. Got it for 4. This is a Columbia, just a Columbia fleece vest, but new with tags. So actually, the store tag on here is $45. So I figure, for $4, might as well grab it. It's a nice little vest. So this one will either get kept or one of the girls is going to wear it. So I'll probably keep this one out separate. I'll ask them what they want to do. And there's one in here that I might keep. I'm not sure. Not that. This is a cool red tag, Nike red tag, which I think is I have to look them up again. I get them mixed up. I know the red tag is vintage. James, do you know Nike red tag? Is that 90s? I think, or early 2000s. I got to look them up because I mix up exactly the dates on them, but I know it's a vintage tag. Got this one for $5. So it's the Nike. You can tell the Nike years by the look of the tag. You find like an orange tag or a blue tag. The general idea of when they were made. So that's good. Yeah, 90s. That's what I thought, James, was late 90s. I actually just sold a vintage blue tag, which I think is early 2000s. I think, and I've sold some gray tag. I have a gray tag in here. I actually left a gray tag because it was just too tattered, and a blue tag. But this is just a Nike women's zip up hoodie. It's a lightweight. It's a really soft material now with age, and it's in good shape. I like the fade. The fade just looks cool. Nothing on the back, just a straight the seam down the middle, which is kind of neat. So I don't know. I think this is like a $24.99 type of thing. It's going to be super light, cheap. It's going to be first class, super cheap to ship. That's what I was trying to say. So for $5, not huge profit, but again, store filler, and I think it'll sell. That's the end of bag one. Bag two. There's a couple. I took a couple flyers on this one because some stuff I couldn't leave behind. Got some jackets in this one. This one is neat. Tagged $18, so got it for $9. It's an old satin jacket. It's Artex will make you look good. It says it's a division of Jostens, apparently. So it's a Jostens spin-off or whatever. It's a size XL. But it's got a cool this is the Holloman Air Force Base, which is Alamogordo, I think. It's around there. So vintage jacket, vintage with the Air Force thing stitched on there. This is gonna be, I would imagine, long tail, but it's super clean. All the buttons, they're not scratched up. There's nothing wrong with them. So this is in like new condition. So I don't know, probably a 90s jacket. It's going to hang around for a long time, but I just thought it was too neat to leave it there. There's actually another, here it is, another Air Force themed jacket that, again, I may hold this one for even longer, but it was too cool. This is a, like you remember the old, like the Letterman denim type jackets, like the, who was it? Arizona made them, I think. Set that down because it's bulky. So this is like those. It's just like the Letterman style. Again, super, super clean. This is the 91st bomb wing. Yeah, the 91st bomb wing that they had stitched on there. That I don't think actually exists anymore. I'm pretty sure it was based here in Montana in Glasgow. And shortly after they moved here, they renamed it. So I don't think that the 91st exists anymore. So I had to grab it. Pretty cool. And on the back, you can see in there that you can see the pattern where they stitched on. It's got the giant Air Force on the back. So I don't know. Again, this was one that I got just thinking, you know what? I just want to save it from the thrift store. I get some of those. I shouldn't, but sometimes I still do. I actually left behind. It was a starter from the 90s Chicago Bulls puffer jacket. I had it, I grabbed it, and then in the checkout line, I was there for a half hour, so I had time to think about all my stuff in the cart. Ended up putting that one back just because it was missing hood. And I looked at comps, and while I was standing there, it was in unbelievable condition. It was super clean, but the comps, everything that was selling had hoods, and a couple that didn't have hoods, even in size XL and super clean. I didn't think it would sell, and the people that didn't have the hoods were pricing them at like $24 plus shipping. So it was unfortunate. I really wanted to take it because it was a super clean jacket and it's vintage starter, but I left it behind. I leave vintage Chicago Bulls behind, and I grab random denim. I don't know. I'm either learning or I'm getting worse at this. What else we got? This is the one that I think I might keep. Spider. You guys don't know Spider sells well. Mark knows Spider. This is a fantastic. There's a spot down here, but I was actually picking at it, and it looks like something just spilled on there. Like that's gonna wash out. So I'm not worried about that at all. This is in fantastic shape. It is a Spider. What is the actual core sweater? So it's kind of like a warmer. It's a waffle pattern on it, but it's not thick, but it's warm. I have a couple of Spider shirts and pullovers. I really love them. And this is an XL. This will fit. I think this is like a $50 or $60 shirt, probably. I would guess. I haven't comped it yet. This is a really good. I would guess at the least it's $50. But I got it it was 15. Got a half off, $7.50. So this is where you get torn, right? Like I know I can put this up and very quickly probably sell it for at least 50 bucks, which is great, but I kind of like it. Do I keep it? Because I only got it for 7. Um, I think this one I might keep. I don't know. I really, really like that. And I like some of the spider gear that I already have. I only got a couple more things in here, guys. Silk scarves. I've sold some silk scarves. Hey, Justin, I was gotta keep some stuff to keep fun. I know. I think I might keep it. I know it's probably a $50 profit, but I really like it. So we'll see. This was just a buck. Well, actually, it was 50 cents. Silk scarves. I've sold some really high end silk scarves for like 200 bucks. This one is not that, but it is vintage and it is older. It's Alfred Sung. I think it's a different pattern, so I think this one might be all right. It's got like fruit and stuff on it, but yeah, 100% silk. We'll see. You know what? Let's look it up. We'll just do a live comp right here. Um, Alfred Sung. Alfred. I've never heard of this one before, but it seemed like fairly decent silk scarf. Seemed like fairly decent uh material. I liked, yeah, people are selling them for like 20 plus shipping, 24, 16. There's one for 35. There, that's what they're, I mean, that's what they've got them posted at. There's only 9 listed. Sold 4. So it sells slow, but there's one for 25 in shipping. 12. They took a best offer off of 20 and they took a best offer off of 30. So we'll see. I don't know. For 50 cents. Mark, I think this one will look good on you, man. This one, actually, Jeff would probably be able to pull this one off with the pears, and I don't know. This looks like something my grandma would wear, frankly. My grandma was a flashy lady. So we'll see. I mean, grandmas are shopping on eBay. I bet I can get 20 bucks out of it. 15. If I price it low, it'll move fast. It's probably 20 bucks. I think this is the last thing that I kept, actually. This is a Woolrich. It was tagged at 25. I got it half off, so 12.50. It is a size large, I think. Yeah, size large teal. And it's got the what do I, oh, Poshmark. Yeah. I've got to wash it up a little bit. It's got some spots, but pretty cool. It's got the removable blanket lining in it. If you just do the buttons there, you can pop the lining out, so the wool blanket lining on it. I think this will do okay. Once again, I turn to my my clothes expert, Mark, but I think it for $12.50. It's worth it. It's a heavy duty jacket. It's a little bit like the Carhartt jackets. You know they're going to sell when you pick them up. This one's in really good shape. A lot of times these end up, any of these canvas jackets end up with like scuffs on the elbows, and because they're out there, you know, they're putting up fence or they're, you know, doing whatever, and it gets caught on the barbed wire. This is not, you know, and here in Montana, I see a lot of that stuff get beat up. This one isn't. So it's a really nice Woolrich jacket. So I think I'm going to do all right on that. That's it. That's the thrift haul. I had more stuff. I actually put it back. There was actually a cool, I think it was a Japanese model. There have been some that sold at like 60 and 80 bucks. Not many. It looks like it's slow. I thought about it. I could have got it for what was it, 4 or 5 bucks, something like that. But I ended up leaving it just because the directions were actually not in English, and so I couldn't tell what was supposed to be in it. It looked new, new open box. The box was a little bit beat up, and I knew that would hurt the value, and I could not tell if everything was there, and so I left it just because of the beat up box and not being able to tell if I was selling something complete. So that was a bummer. Left a couple of things. Like I said, left the some of the Harley stuff, but I think we did well. We pared down. We got the stuff that we should have got. All in all, I spent $109 there. And if I decide to sell the Spider, I could make half of it back just on that Spider. So um, I think we did okay. We got all of those. I think we got like 8 Harley shirts, something like that. So even if those sell at $15 a pop, we're making our money back just on the Harley shirts. So I think we did okay. Um, that's the thrift haul. I don't have any, well, I do have. I actually got a couple things in today, not from viewer. We don't get viewer mail. Um, we're not that big a channel, but I did order a couple things just because I liked them, and I'm working on organizing and making a wall and doing stuff in here. This is pretty cool. Metal Arc Lemon. He actually just died. I ordered this actually I think the day before. I always liked the Globetrotters. I thought it was cool. This is a cool old Value City. Over 70 years in department store off-priced retailing. So he was doing like a signing at this off-brand department store, which is awesome. It's got the certification on there, which is cool. I worked for better part of 20 years as either a sports writer or sports editor at newspapers. And when I was in Oregon, I actually covered Metal Arc Lemon's grandson played football at Carroll College. He was a receiver, defensive back, and very good. Obviously, a very, very athletic family. His brothers were all really, really good. So I was like, you know what? I just, for whatever reason, was remembering covering Bubba Lemon at Carroll and was looking up this thing and got it for a pretty good deal. So it's a bummer that he passed away, though, because I got this and I actually got this. This thing is fantastic. I got a separate person. I got this at an auction. It was 92 cents. I was the only bidder, and they started it at 92 cents plus shipping. So I got it for super cheap. I basically just paid shipping for them to send me this. It's like a jersey, but look how long this thing is. I mean, I haven't measured it yet. Let me stand up. Let's see. It's yeah, it goes to the ground. I'm 5'10", and this would go to my toes wearing it. So it's pretty cool. It's just kind of, I don't know if it's a joke jersey or what the heck it is, but this is actually a Metal Arc Lemon thing too. So I'm gonna hang this up out here in the shop because I think it's cool, and they're a very cool family. Met them a few times. Just very kind, very humble people. So. Yeah, that was a bummer that he passed away. And I was actually looking at Kirk Douglas stuff the other day. And it sold. I got on to look, and it sold. It was an autographed 3x5. I think it was a studio release, one of those 3x5 cards. I was looking at that. I actually sent the guy a message asking if it was a reproduction or an original autograph from the studio. And he wrote me back that it was original. And I was thinking about it. This was, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago or something. Then I heard the news that Kirk Douglas had passed away, which I guess isn't surprising because he was 103. But it's interesting because there was all the concern and the debate over like Kobe stuff, right? Like, do you sell it? Do you mark it up to market value or what people are paying right now? Do you not sell it at all? And I get it, and it's a fantastic conversation to have, I think. But the interesting thing is you didn't hear any of that about Metal Arc Lemon, about Kirk Douglas. I wonder if you got Prince Charles he's over 100 too, isn't he? So he's not in the best of health. You wonder what level of celebrity people get to before that becomes the discussion. I don't know. I do anyway. Justin, check. Yeah, you know what? I haven't been on Grailed. I've watched Chris Chernock has done a video on it, and I've not done it. It might be good to get into. You're probably right. I haven't looked at Depop either. I have some shoes that would probably do okay on there, like old vintage Nikes and that sort of thing. I found some vintage Nike aerobics, like they're super 90s shoes. Like they look like mom shoes from the 90s. If she was going to the gym to do, to do her aerobics, they're super cool. I've never seen them before. So picked them up. I think they're going to be super long tail, but eventually somebody's going to love them. They're really cool. They might be something that's good on Depop or Grailed also. Do you sell on there, Justin? Because I'm curious how fees work. How I do a little bit, or I have done a little bit on Mercari. I think I'm probably going to bail on Poshmark. Um, I just Poshmark. I don't have the energy. I mean, I do this part time, so I don't have the energy to be getting on there and constantly sharing. I get it. That's the model that they've built, and that's what they want to do. Their idea is to make it a social network. But your stuff straight out won't sell if you're not sharing it. Because I tried it out. I for 2 months didn't share a thing and didn't sell a thing. People would still randomly follow you. People would like a few items, but your items drop on that list. The way they have it set up is that when somebody searches for Harley Davidson T-shirt, if you have just shared yours shows up on the very top. Yours is the top thing. If you share it, and I share Harley Davidson 3XL short sleeves T-shirt, somebody searches for those terms, mine is the very first thing on that list. Now, if I don't share, everybody else starts stacking up above me. Now, so eventually they can get down there and they can find your shirt if they keep scrolling through, but it's not at the top of the list. So if you don't constantly share, your stuff gets buried. So I just don't have the time or the energy to put into Poshmark. I put it on because I was cross posting stuff, but then I would have to remember to get in and pull it off of one or the other, and I didn't like that. I always worried about double selling something because I forgot to take it off. And so I actually just put it on like long-term vacation mode. I'm on vacation mode for months while I was thinking about it. I think I'm just going to get in and pull off all my active listings. I'll leave the thing active in case I decide at some point to get back on and I can put new stuff on there. I don't think I'm going to kill the actual account, but I think I'm just going to pull off my stuff because I just don't have the time or the energy or inclination to dedicate to Poshmark, frankly. Katie and Vicky saw their crowd. So 6%, that ain't bad at all. And then I guess you could do your own shipping just through Pirate Ship, right? So that's pretty good. And I know watching Chris's video, it's super easy to list there. So the only thing I would worry about is being a new seller on there. Then I'm having to deal with the scammers because I have a new account, right? I mean, I would assume they're on there just like they are anywhere else, which I mean, I know what to look for generally, but it's just a hassle that I don't know how much I want to deal with. I've actually got that's over here. Here's the Kevin Garnett that I'm still waiting on. I got a bid on it, so it's going to sell. I got some watchers. This is a Def Leppard shirt that I picked up from. It's from 1992. It's on the Giant tag, which is fantastic to find something on the Giant tag. I've gotten offers for I think I've gotten 2 offers at 90 and 1 at 110. It feels ridiculous, but I've countered them and they haven't come back to turn down that for a T-shirt. But I picked it up for $15 from a guy that buys storage lockers. And it was kind of cool. He met me and says, "You know what? I should have sold this on eBay. Apparently they go for $150 a pop." I thought, yeah, that's what I'm doing with it. He looked it up after I started asking questions about what's the tag, is it a single stitch, that sort of thing. So I've turned down a couple of lower offers than I'd like. I'd like to get up near that 150. There's not very many of these out there. When I had looked, there was only 3 listed. And one of them, I don't know how they could claim it was Giant tag because the tag was missing. So there's at least 2 of them out there, and mine's in really good shape. So that might be something that works on Grail too. I don't know. Or Depop. I don't know if that type of stuff does better on there. I don't know. Ryan Root's brother Ben. Yeah, I've seen him on the video. Um, on Grailed. Yeah, I'll look at Grailed. Um, yeah, I really like that shirt. I know it's going to sell eventually. It's just waiting for the right person willing to spend. I had an offer of 110 bucks from a guy in Nova Scotia. Um, and at least that was, I mean, that was a real, I've had 100, I think it was 110 and 100 came in today. And then I had 90 previously. So people are sending offers on it. It's just waiting for the person that gets in that 150 neighborhood. Um, so we'll see. Etsy. I tried Etsy. I sold like one thing. I sold a plush on there. Um, I didn't get a lot of action on there. And I think it's like anything else. Once you start getting reviews, more people will get your stuff. But I didn't, all the little, what was it, like 10-cent fees and stuff. I mean, it's kind of cool for, it's relatively cheap, but then you got to pay that insertion fee over and over. So I was getting bills for just a couple of dollars all the time. And it was just kind of annoying. So I ended up closing down Etsy just because I wasn't getting anything out of it. And again, I'm part-time, right? So it's trying to decide like how far do you want to spread yourself? How thin do you want to get? We had like 1,600 transactions on eBay last year. Do I need to go elsewhere? I know, James, we were talking earlier about Amazon. I like the idea. I just don't know if I need to extend myself anymore. So I don't know. Hey, Justin, how's it going, man? I don't know if I said hi. Yeah, I did. I said hi to you, I think. Old School Picker is back in. So yeah, we got 10 people in here. That's awesome for somebody that, I mean, I think we got 314 followers or subscribers. So the channel is growing. We're getting a little bit better. And I'm just trying to provide content for people. I mean, I don't know what people want. I like the what sold stuff. I like thrift hauls just to see what people are finding other places. I don't know. What do you guys want to see in there? We just lost somebody. We just lost a viewer. Bye. What do you guys want to see in videos? I don't know. I like watching the hauls and the what solds. I try to put in, usually I do the hauls after I've comped stuff, so I can put up at least ideas of what things have comped for, or what I listed it for on the screen. This one, I literally just picked this stuff up today. So figured I might as well go through it. I think we did all right. Some of that will move slower. The Harley stuff, it seems like it's slowed down, but it'll move. It'll just move slower. And if I price it to move, it'll move quicker. I mean, I could price it higher and sit on it, but I'd rather just price it to move, make 10 bucks on it and move on. So they're 10 bucks profit, right? Net profit. So I don't know. We got, might as well hang out for a little bit more. Hey, we picked up another one. Thanks for coming in, guys. I sure appreciate it. Again, the live stream is fairly new to me, but I figured I might as well. Hey, there you go. You have it on my phone. So Marie's juicing the numbers. I like it. Yeah, we got to get those. We got to get those numbers up. I need a lot of watch hours. I'm not really worried about that right now. What sold vids are better than haul in my experience, by personally. Yeah, I think you're right, and I need to do the what solds. I think they just they take me longer because I'm trying to figure out, like, do I do it as I pack them? Because then I got to stop rather than just getting assembly line and packing stuff through. Do I do it after and just show the pictures, rather than showing the item? And I feel like my what solds wound up being super long videos. Like, I don't know if people have the attention span or if I'm that interesting to sit through and watch for like a half hour, right? Well, though, I mean, we're pushing an hour here, so we'll see. Posh just sold a Pearl Snap Lucky Brand Western shirt. Nice. That was you, James, that sold that? That's cool. Lacoste. I have a Lacoste that I need to get listed. It's got a couple spots on it, so I need to see if they'll come out. And if they don't come out, it's one that I'll wear. I mean, they're not super evident, but you can see it when you're looking for it. So don't want to sell. I mean, I can disclose those, but they would definitely hurt the value. So I don't think mine is that old. But yeah, it's a super secret hangout, Old School Picker. Nobody knows. We had hey, the lobster's back. We had Emily Conway in here earlier. She's probably actually chilling with her kiddos right now. I got another. I don't know. We can hang out for another 5 minutes. I actually got to start getting ready for dinner here soon. I think I'm doing burgers tonight. It's been so nice. I think I'm going to fire up the. It's actually a smoker, but it'll double as a grill if I want it to. So I think we're going to do burgers tonight. We'll see. Or I might just be lazy and do them on the. I might be lazy and do them inside. That's okay. We'll do them on cast iron. It'll be fine. 91, James. That's cool. So did it have the? Obviously, it had. Is it a crocodile? It's an alligator. Which is it? I don't know. Bose Wave Radio. Awesome, Mark. Was that it? Is that at Goodwill? I've only picked up a couple of Bose things, and they both sold. I mean, obviously, Bose is a look for item. I was in Goodwill. Shoot, I just went back the other day, Wednesday, I think, and didn't really see anything. What's up, dog? Somebody might be here. My dog's woofing. Alligator. All right, there you go. Yeah, I've got the Goodwill. Man, Mark, you don't need any electronics. You told me you don't want the electronics. Are you going to list it? You got to list it. That's something that you got to like clean and test and list, because otherwise it's going to be like those two Sonys that are right this second, the Sony jukeboxes. They could be like $200, $250, and I still haven't tested them. They're sitting in the back of my car. I'm terrible at electronics, even the high-end stuff. I don't know why. I get it. I'm excited about it. And then I get home and I don't want to test it and I don't want to clean it. And those are huge. I mean, they're like this big. They're really big. It's gonna be a super pain to ship those. So I'm gonna have to test them and photograph them and probably then pack them before I even list them, just in case they sell right away. I can't have that thing selling overnight and then pack it up in the morning, because it's going to be a pain to pack that thing up. So, or both of them. So I'm going to have to go to Lowe's or go to Home Depot and pick up some boxes, the heavier duty boxes, and get some of the bigger bubble wrap. And I think I'm going to pre-box those. I don't typically, but the last time I sold something big, I sold it was like 3 feet long. It's a great sale. I was $25 in on a advertising clock, like a dairy advertising clock, like 3 feet by about 1.5 feet, something like that. Sold it, and I think it took me 45 minutes to pack that thing up, just because I had to put a lot of bubble on it. Then I had to put the cardboard, essentially made a cardboard tube for it, and then double boxed it. So I had to float it in another box. It took forever. I grant you, I think I was watching TV at the time, so my attention was a little bit divided, but I think it took probably 45 minutes, just because I wanted to really make sure that got there. There's a plastic cover on it. It could have easily broke. But she wrote back and said she was very impressed with the packing job. It made it there. She was very happy, very excited. They were going to hang it up in their living room, I guess. So that was a $250 sale. So, I mean, it's worth the time. I hate taking it. Yeah, old school picker. I like selling electronics. I just hate the bigger ones, testing them, and then I dread packing them. So I think I am going to pre-pack those ones and just sit them in the corner. I'll just have to make sure to label, because they're both the same size and the same machine. It's just one can carry 300 CDs and one is 400. So they're really good. Mark led me to those. I'd have found them eventually, I think, but Mark, the Bloodhound, led me straight there. But I got you an Ariat coat, I think, right before that. So I guess we're trading off, right? But the coat is much easier to take care of. I've got another. I think it's Sony. I've got another Sony receiver in here. I got to test, and I haven't done it yet. It's been sitting in here for weeks. Yeah, I'm bad with electronics. So I like smaller stuff typically, just because I have limited space. My garage is a mess as it is. So I like selling small things. I don't mind selling. Sold a DVD, I think yesterday for 12.99. You send it out for keep leaving the Bible. Yeah, thanks, Mark. The one Bible that I picked up there is still sitting. I'm getting a low ball offers, and then you sold. What did you sell that Bible for? It was like $85. Unreal. I swear I looked at that and it just didn't look like it was that good. But good on you, man. Like I'm still learning the Bible game. I don't know it. I'm trying to sell religion. I've sold 3 of the 4 Bibles I picked up. I've got one more sitting here. So 150. Yeah, I can't believe I left those. I should have just picked them up. I feel better buying them though, because they used to give them away, and it almost made me feel guilty picking up the Bibles there and then selling them that they gave away for free. So I actually kind of like that they're now charging, like depending on how cool it looks, I guess, or how old, they charge what, like $2 or $3. So it's still not much. Old school. I'm in Montana. I'm in the capital of Montana. So definitely not garage sale season, unfortunately, but I guess it's coming. We actually did have some garage sales, I guess, what was the last weekend? It was like 60 degrees. We had some places recorded like 100-mile-an-hour wind. It was crazy wind in the mountains, but it was super warm. We haven't really had winter, but it's been cold enough that there's no garage sales. So we haven't had garage sales since, I don't think they lasted until Halloween this year. It was pretty much September. But I think they'll start back up again. What is this, February? End of March, maybe? Maybe they'll start paying. But we haven't really had our winter, and I don't know when it's going to happen. I mean, sometimes it's cold through April if we get a late winter here. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what the weather does. We've had snow, like I think Bozeman had it. So to the east of us, um, I don't know about up north in Great Falls, I think, but like Butte down south, they got it. It's all around us. We've got a winter storm warning. They're predicting like up to 18 inches in some places. We just haven't gotten any. So it's been really weird. But apparently the snowpack is good. I just got an alert. I got to do a story on it probably on Monday. I got to dig into it over the weekend. They say the snowpack is good, so we'll see. It wasn't that long ago before we were having thousands and thousands of acres on fire. We had a really bad forest fire season a couple years ago, so people are worried about that, about the snowpack. But we apparently are doing okay, so we'll see. Flood watch and snow. Yeah, it was last weekend. It was on Saturday. It was 60 degrees, like 61 or something like that. And I was wearing shorts and t-shirt. And then on Sunday, we actually had a few snowflakes at the house. Like in 24 hours, it flipped around that quick. It was crazy. It's headed that way. Where are you at in Washington? Southwest Washington. My cousins, my aunt and uncle and cousins for a time lived in Bremerton when I was a kid. Right there across from Seattle on the Sound. Hey, there's Tiffany. Tiffany showed up. If you guys haven't watched Tiffany's channel, she is a brand new YouTube baby, and she's awesome. So go check out Tiffany's Cool Finds. Longview. Okay. Yeah, Tiffany is Tiffany's right in the middle of us. Tiffany's in Idaho, right? Yeah, you're in Idaho. I need to get over to Idaho at some point. A giveaway? Yeah, advertise it. What do you got going on, Tiffany? That's cool. I actually found you missed the thrift haul, but there's some Harley shirts in here. I found one was Boise. We got Looney Tunes Harley from Boise. And then I found one from, I think it was Twin Falls. I forget which one of the falls, Twin or Idaho. I think it was Twin Falls. What's going on, Tiffany? Let us know about the giveaway. I'm actually probably going to go fairly soon. My my missus is texting me. Um, we need some burger fixins. So she is grabbing that on her way home. All right, what do we got? 11 p.m. Eastern. Cool. Yeah, Tiffany's getting into the whole storage locker thing. I caught you for a little bit on one of the auction channels. Was it on T's channel? I think. I had to leave, so I actually didn't get to hang around for very long. But at 9 o'clock, you know what? I don't have to get up at 4 in the morning and go to work tomorrow. So I think normally that's past my bedtime, but I think I can stay up and catch that. So I'm going to jump in. So it's going to be live, huh? Live auction tomorrow. Give me Eastern times. So at 3. So live auction on your channel, or are you on one of the auction channels, Tiff? Yeah, Tiffany's awesome. And she bought a couple of stores, that's baller, right? You cooking her? Oh, I'm the cook. Tiffany, I'm the cook. We're going basic tonight. We're going super simple. But we're looking this weekend might be brisket weekend. We were talking about doing a brisket on the smoker. So I may go and get that tomorrow and put that on the smoker tomorrow morning. Tonight it's just basic burgers. I think we're gonna go super simple. I haven't been feeling good this week, so something easy. This is the first day all week that I felt normal. So, well, I mean, I'm still not feeling great, but I felt more normal than I had the rest of the week. So, yeah, I'm just gonna keep it easy, keep it simple tonight. We'll do some burgers and chips and that sort of thing. Live on yours. Awesome. Yeah, I'll see if I can stop by. That's cool. The giveaway just for people watching. Do we have to register? What do we have to do? We just have to be your friend. Pile burgers for dinner. And the good thing is I've got some bacon in the fridge, so I can finish those off with some American cheese and some bacon. Yeah, so basic, but we're doing good burgers. But yeah, I think tomorrow or Sunday might be brisket day. It's been a while since I've smoked a brisket, so I love that little smoker. It's basically like it's like one of those big green eggs, like the ceramic the egg, but it's I guess knockoff. Yeah, bacon. You're right, James. It's a I guess it's a knockoff of that style, but it's the Kamado style of smoker. So it's all manual. It's not like the digital stuff. I like that more. I mean, it's easier if you just set the number on the Traeger and it cooks it yourself. It cooks it itself. But I feel like that takes away the art, right? It's not as fun. So I actually enjoy having to move the dial an eighth of an inch one way or the other in order to get the right temperature. It's cool. And I love experimenting with different types of woods to get what I want. And I haven't had a bad meal come off of that thing yet. I've had some that are better than others, but I do tri-tip on there is really, really good. We did a prime rib 2 Christmases ago that turned out amazing. That was kind of scary to do a prime rib. To do an expensive cut of meat on there is expensive is scary because I always worry if I overcook the thing. But yeah, I think we might get a half brisket. Yeah, I like the smell too, Kent. But the problem is it gets on my clothes, and then Mountain Mama says I smell like a campfire. I think that smells good, but that's just me. But I like it wafting all over the neighborhood. People wondering who's serving dinner. You're hungry. Is that Cajun, James? That's Cajun, isn't it? That's okay. We understand you. Yeah, I wish I had more stuff to show from the thrift haul today. I didn't get any more, so I'm all out of stuff to show off. I haven't sold anything since we've been sitting here either, which is kind of a bummer. I was kind of hoping I would. We've had a pretty decent day. Not great, but it's been all right. It's actually been relatively slow this week. Um, we picked up. We had a couple of nice days, but overall, it's actually been kind of slow. Um, I think we do have. I'm excited. We are. I am watching. I picked up out at the National Guard thrift store. I hadn't been out there in like a year. Went out there and picked up. There are these Wall WAHL Royal Taper 8600 hair clippers. I put them up for auction. Found them on Terapeak. There were none listed, none sold. Looked them up on Terapeak, and it was like 8 for 8 in the last year. Whenever those things showed up, they sold. And mine's got. Let's see if I can pull up the picture here. I don't know if you can see. Will that show? Kinda. It's got like the original. Yeah, you can't see the phone, but you could probably look up Wall 8600 and you would find it. It's got like the original case to it. It's got the clippers. It's got the original. See, you can't see these things. There we go. Kind of neck strips, like the original neck strips. We've got Sears, Roebuck and Company crew cut wax, and let's see if we can get the graphic on that one to show. If we shift it to the side, talcum powder. It's super cool. Put it up for auction. I started at $49.99, and we've got 9 bids. We're up to $60 plus the shipping, of course, on it. So we're up to 60, and I've got 11 watchers on the thing. So we'll see. I've never done it before, but I thought this was a random enough thing. I found with a couple thousand members a Facebook group that like buys and sells clippers. I assume they're barbers or whatnot. So I joined that group. It was a public group to join. So I just joined that group and posted the link, and I think picked up a couple of watchers after that. So we'll see. Tip it backwards a bit. We'll see. Let me see if I pull it up again. Yeah, see, I don't know. It's just not working. Tip it forwards. Tip it backwards. I don't know. Yeah, no, Mama. Do you have everything? Yes, I do. Good plan. The boss has requested lemon drop martinis for the evening, and I agree. I think that's a lovely idea. I make some good lemon drop martinis. You know what the trick to those? I'm sharing all sorts of stuff on here. We've got way away from thrift haul now. The trick: you use a microplane, shave that lemon into the sugar that you're going to then put on the rim. Wet that rim with real lemon juice, and then in the sugar that's got the grated lemon in it. Fantastic. Really, really good. And it's okay for dudes to drink lemon drop martinis. I promise. They're really good. I mean, I tend to be a bourbon guy. I've recently started trying out Manhattans, and I actually enjoy the Manhattan. I like a good ginger bourbon. It's sort of my go-to, but I got stuck on Manhattans lately for some reason. Really kind of like those. It's kind of sweet, but not the way I make it. It's not overly sweet, so it's kind of like a nice dessert drink at the end of the day. Yeah, James, that was it. I was pretty happy with the haul. We got out for $109. I think I'm going to keep the spider shirt. I think one of my girls, my wife or my daughter, is going to keep the probably keep that new Columbia. A couple of those things are going to take longer, but the Harley things will sell off, and the Harley things are going to pay it off. So add some huckleberry syrup to the lemon drops. I don't know, Tiff. What's all the green stuff in the case? Kent, I think it's just discoloration. And I put that in the listing that hey, there's some because it's like styrofoam. It got I mean, I haven't found exactly when the 8600 came out. Certainly vintage, definitely old. And I think there's probably metal stuff in there that just sat in there and discolored the styrofoam. So I posted in there like, hey, the styrofoam's beat up. There's some discoloration in there. Posted pictures so they could see it. So we'll see. I mean, I could have sold it without the case, but I figured might as well sell it with the original case. They can take it out if they want, but. Yeah, I hope it will. The last one that I found on TerraPeak can't that had the case, I think it went over $100. Of course, it was TerraPeak, so I didn't dig into the listing. Wasn't on eBay anymore, so I couldn't dig in to see what all came with the case. But I mean, I got the original paperwork with it. I've got the bang guard that you put on your head, and so you could get a straight line. It was pretty cool looking at some of the old graphics. At this point, I paid $5 for it. So if nobody else bids on it, I'm making $50 off of the thing. So I'm super happy. McKinsey River, where you bartend. Oh, see, so Tiffany knows all about it. So she can tell you that putting microplane, that's the way to go, right? With the lemon drop. It makes a difference. It's really, really good. Yeah, I need to hit you up, Tiff, and get some bartending tips. Because I have the standards that we go to. There may be a margarita on tap. Sometimes I do the lemon drop for her, and then have the margarita. Sometimes I kind of like margaritas. It just depends on my mood. So we'll see. We actually do have. I don't have any in the cabinet, but there's a Willie's distillery based out of Ennis, Montana. Really, really good, and they make like a huckleberry. What is it? Like a huckleberry liqueur. They're really, really good. They make some good stuff actually. Willie's distillery. I don't. Is it just what kind of syrup are you putting in it? Like just flavored syrup? That's interesting, Tiff. I like huckleberries. Montana. I suppose you get huckleberries in Idaho too, right? We get them here in Montana. I think a lot of people probably are going, "What in the world is a huckleberry?" Right? Like that's something you just made up. No, huckleberries are fantastic. I bet it wouldn't take much. You just put just enough to swirl around in there. I like huckleberry syrup on pancakes. Where is this conversation gone, by the way? I started off showing you like, look, I've got Harley t-shirts. That's not where we ended up. We have them here too. See, okay, yeah. So it's probably a Northwestern thing, Marie. I bet they go Montana to Washington. I bet they're down in Oregon too, like in northern Oregon, maybe. I spent some time in Oregon, only a couple years, but it was further central to West Coast. We were about an hour from the coast, just south of Portland, a little town called McMinnville. It's a beautiful little city in wine country. Is where that's at. There's people that come from all over. There's people that fly in from France every year to McMinnville, Oregon, little itty bitty town for a festival there. Actually, they fly in for that. There's other people that I don't know that they come from all over the world, but they also have in McMinnville. It is the site. I would assume Roswell probably is number one, but 2 to 3 pimps. That's on there. Wow, Tiff, you live a different life than I realized. That's awesome. Astoria. I love Astoria. There's scenes from Astoria in the Goonies. Old school. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy those burgers here in a little bit. I probably got to leave soon. This conversation kind of derailed, but yeah, McMinnville also. I think it was in Time Magazine. Um, Probably in newspapers all over. You could look up McMinnville UFO. It's one of the most famous UFO photos of all time. Black and white photo. Um, they actually have a festival every year, like in the summer, like the UFO festival. I don't remember what they call it. I think it's a UFO festival. People come and speak at it. There's a parade, all sorts of stuff. 45 minutes from Portland. Yeah, it's actually shorter, like distance wise, but because you have to keep slowing down for all the little towns between. McMinnville is just far enough from Portland where it wasn't a bed and breakfast community for Portland, essentially. Really super cool little town. I liked it there, and just about an hour from the coast. But yeah, they had the Alien Festival there, which was a lot of fun actually every year. Oh, you're 45 minutes. So you're going, yeah, because you're in Washington. So we were an hour and a half. We were, yeah, an hour and a half away from each other when I was in McMinnville then, because we were south of Portland, just straight south. Yeah, so you're basically northern Oregon. That's cool. Well, guys, I think I'm a long ways away from you all. Yeah, well, James, you know what? I lived in Texas for a while, so we were close. Um, you drive fast, Marie. I've seen that traffic. That traffic. Well, I mean, if you hit it the right time, but that traffic around Portland is just awful. And the speed limit in Oregon is much slower. It's what, 65 on the interstate. Bummer. Yeah, James, I was in Texas, as you know, for quite a long time, so we were closer. My uncle lived in Tyler, which is much closer to you. That's eastern Texas. Hit Dallas and go another couple hours east. You're getting towards Louisiana there at that point. You can start to feel that humidity there in Tyler. Oh, James, you moved to Florida. I'm thinking Cajun. Yeah, Cajun is Louisiana. New Jersey, huh? I sold a vintage Lee Sports New Jersey Devils sweatshirt the other day. I held on to that thing for like a year. I kind of thought that would move quicker. I was surprised. It was a cool shirt. I've still got my couple of Colorado Avalanche shirts though that haven't sold. It's a bummer. I thought they'd sell in the playoffs last year. They didn't. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to, I mean, geez, we've been doing this for an hour and 23. So I think I'll head out. Go and check out Tiffany's Cool Finds. Check out Tiffany on the YouTubes. She's doing a giveaway tonight over on her channel, 11 o'clock. I'm falling back into my day job, radio. We could do this. Here we go. Going into the radio job, and I'll promo you, Tiff. Here we go. Coming up later tonight, Tiffany's Cool Finds. Go over and check out. She's doing a giveaway. So go and check out the giveaway. She's giving away like half a dozen things tonight. It's going to be fantastic. All you got to do is show up. So go on over, check out Tiffany's Cool Finds, subscribe, watch her channel. Lots of great content. And then if you didn't get enough tonight, she's doing an auction live tomorrow. Check it out. That's the day job. I switched. So there you go. Day job is radio. Yeah. Thanks for coming in, guys. I appreciate it. Number 2 live stream, 2 in one day. Definitely a record for me. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Maybe we'll do a whole show in just radio next time. It's a completely different voice, and my daughter thinks it's so weird when I turn on the radio voice, but it sounds right on the radio. I promise it sounds right. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it. See you next time.